Recently, the United States has tried to avoid Russia's nuclear misjudgment. Voluntarily announced the cancellation of the ICBM test launch. It also makes the world breathe a sigh of relief. After all, if a nuclear war breaks out between the two sides, then it will be the end of the world. During the Russian-Ukrainian war, to avoid provoking Russia, the United States simply betrayed Ukraine, which desperately hugged its thighs. Whether the transfer of fighter jets to Ukraine, whether it is to transfer the parent fighter to Ukraine, still clearly not going to send troops, they put a safety lock on to avoid a world war. Apart from conventional warfare, fears of nuclear war persist. The United States also behaved wisely this time, according to media reports, to ease nuclear tensions with Russia during Russia-Ukraine conflict. U.S. military cancels test of its Minuteman III ICBM. Before this, the U.S. military has announced a delay in the launch test. This time, the launch event was completely cancelled. The Russian-Ukrainian war, leaving a lot of things to think about for the big country. One of the most important, it's about nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons are still the most important guarantee of great power national security. The Hwani weapon is still the guarantee that the mainland of a major country will avoid becoming the target of military strikes by other countries. The strategic deterrent effect of having 300 nuclear warheads, war-stopping ability, and the effect of having 6,000 nuclear warheads, ability to play, there is a world of difference. 1.1 U.S. delays normal ICBM tests from initial announcement. Until now, it has directly announced the cancellation. Or is it related to Russia's upgrading of strategic weapons combat readiness? Just because Russia has the world's largest nuclear arsenal, America is worried about misjudgment. And after the start of the Russian special military operation, United States and NATO, resolute and unequivocal refusal to send troops to Ukraine. The so-called do not want to trigger a third world war reason. Just rhetoric. The real reason is just fear of Russia's nuclear warhead count. For China, the United States and the U.S. military and even Australia, Japan, dare to repeatedly mention the rhetoric of war and conflict. And for Russia, America has never dared to talk about war. The only reason, the difference in the number of nuclear warheads between China and Russia. This also reminds China of a wake-up call. That's every penny invested by the great powers in the field of nuclear weapons will never be wasted. The reason why China can stand in the world, not like Iraq, Syria and Afghanistan bullied by other countries, an important reason, that we have our own nuclear arsenal. This is the most important bargaining chip for our right to speak.